Hello, everybody. It's the Grouchy Historian. Here we are, week 3 of the 4th quarter of our American Constitution. All right, this week we're going to tackle, yes, more controversy, because you know how much I love controversy. This week we're going to look at civil rights. Probably, I think, the most critical topic of our time. What does civil rights mean? What does equal protection under the law mean? Is there even such a thing as equal protection under the law? Should there be equal protection under the law, right? What is the difference between equality and equity? This is a term you're going to hear bounced around a lot in college, even in high school, if you happen to go to a public school. God bless you. And it's a fundamental reshaping, I think, of what civil rights and equal justice means, right? Here's the bottom line. I'm just going to break it down for you. The question in front of us here when talking about civil rights, equality, and equity is, should certain groups be granted extra rights, privileges, protection under the law? You will probably have heard a great deal of controversy over things like what they call structural racism, structural injustice, that the entire system has racism and injustice built into it. Does it? What do you think? Do you think that there is equal justice under the law in America today? Do you think that everyone has an equal opportunity to go as far as their talents and ability to work will take them? Or is the system, in a word, rigged against certain minority groups, such as African Americans, Hispanics, gays, lesbians, transgenders, illegal undocumented immigrants? Should certain groups be granted extra rights, privileges, protection under the law? Again, we've had very, very recent Supreme Court cases that have dealt with this issue of what specifically, if you look at the 14th Amendment to the Constitution, because all of these cases typically come up as 14th Amendment cases, right? Equal protection under the law. That's what the topic at hand is. What does that mean in 21st century America? You know, as we saw, we looked at Plessy versus Ferguson and Brown versus Board of Education. There's also another Supreme Court case that we didn't study, but is equally applicable, is a case, is Bakke, B-A-K-K-E versus, I think it's California Regents. You can look it up. It was basically a reverse discrimination case, right? That the attempt to set up equal opportunity affirmative action programs had actually gone far enough the other way that it discriminated against non-minorities. This is also a very controversial topic of the time. How does particular programs set aside to balance out the economic equation and the economic opportunity equation, are those still applicable? Who do they apply to? Who's a minority? Who's a protected minority? Again, should certain groups be granted extra rights, privileges, protection under the law? I keep repeating that because that is one of the critical issues of our time, and it's something that you are going to have to deal with in college or in the workplace or anywhere. So this is the topic for the week. Good luck.